Got a bunch of good fights coming up this week. One I really love is the main event. And we did this last week as the fight got moved to this week, and that's Mackenzie Dern versus Angela Hill. We're going to start with that today because I'm conflicted here in this prediction because I like both fighters. I like Dern and I like Hill. And if Hill can win, it allows her to jump in the rankings. She's back. She'll get a top 5 contender next. But Dern seems to have hit her stride now. You know, she's still going to lose a fight here and there, but it seems like she's going to win more than she loses and could still make a run at the title. Plenty of time. So let's get into that prediction, and we'll come back and break it down further. In the women's strawweight division at UFC Fight Night, Mackenzie Dern, 12-3. The Brazilian taking on Angela Hill, who comes in at 15-12. And I'm totally conflicted in this prediction because I like both Dern and Hill, if you can't tell from previous predictions. Dern, 1 inch taller at 5'4". She's 8 years younger at 30. A lot of time left for Mackenzie Dern. Now she's given up 2 inches in reach to Angela Hill. Both stand right-handed. Now, overkill Hill, 5.7 significant strikes per minute. You think about that. She's 15-12 and she lands 5.7 significant strikes per minute. That's ridiculous. Dern, 3 significant strikes per minute. So you're thinking, first thing you should think is Mackenzie Dern, Brazilian, not very active on the feet. Great takedown game, right? You'd be wrong. Less than 1 takedown over the course of 3 rounds. Angela Hill, basically even in that area. So takedown defense could be important. Mackenzie Dern, 40%. That's not very good. Angela Hill, much better, 77% takedown defense. So already, I like Angela Hill's stats better. But will that hold up? Because Mackenzie Dern has faced a lot of good fighters early on in her career. Now, she just came off a loss to Jan Jianen, who KO'd Jessica Andrade this past weekend at UFC 288. Lost that by majority decision. Had 2 takedowns on Jianen. That was big. Before that, she beat Tisha Torres, lost to Marina Rodriguez. And prior to that, she was on a nice run over Hannah Cifers, Ronda Marcos, Verna Jandiroba, Nina Nunes, before she hit some road, or speed bumps in 2 of the last 3 fights. Now, Overkill Hill, coming off back-to-back wins over Emily Ducote and Lupi Godinez by decision. She did lose to Verna Jandiroba. That's key. Close decision loss. In fact, she had 3 close decision losses in a row to Jandiroba, Lemos, and Torres. She did beat Ashley Yoder prior to that. Earlier in the career, not really that much earlier, but back in September of 2020, she suffered back-to-back losses against Michelle Waterson Gomez, Michelle Waterson at the time, and Claudia Gadea. Both split decision losses, and if you go back and watch those reactions, I was upset about both of them because Angela Hill should have won both of those fights. She outstruck her opponent in both of those. Granted, they were close fights, split decision worthy, I'm sure. But those 2 fights, if she would have won those, it'd be a much different situation. Her record would be more spread out. Angela Hill is capable of beating anybody on any given night, right? She just needs some things to go her way. But as much as I like Angela Hill, and I don't remember picking against her in a while, probably in the last 7 fights, I'm going to go with Mackenzie Dern in this fight because I still think the sky is the limit for Mackenzie Dern. She's hit some not roadblocks, but speed bumps along the way, but she's still 12-3. She's only 30 years old. She's going to get back in the win column and start winning. I do believe that Mackenzie Dern, a little bit slimmer of a shot now, but I still think Mackenzie Dern is a future champion. She just hasn't had the right path to get there and had some things in her personal life that she had to get past. Not bad, just, certain things. Now she's refocused on the career. She's probably got a good 4 to 6 year window, and the time is now. So Mackenzie Dern's going to come in and win this thing, but it's not going to be easy. It'll be by close decision to move to, and I won't be surprised if she drops a round. But she'll win to move to 13-3. Hill will fall to 15-13. Women's strawweight division, UFC Fight Night. Very conflicted. Very tough fight to predict here, as I like both, as I've said 3 times now. Looking forward to a great fight because after this we get a week off, get our bearings straight. We'll start getting some predictions done for these pay-per-view events coming up. UFC 289, UFC 290. During those off weeks, you always get some big news. Maybe we'll get something on Hamza. Who knows? But big main event here. Hopefully we can get to 13-4 on the year. We would like that.
He's gon' fight, wait, he's gon' fight, wait. Hold your breath till the end of the night. Last fighter call, UFC at its height. Yeah. Bringing that thunder with all his might. Saying, step up, wanna fight? Hold up, think twice. Gladiator, assassin, reckless, no abandon. Walk through that cage, he'll leave your ass stranded. Wake up, hey, where you at? Hey, got hit in the head with a baseball bat.